And it goes a little something like.
Good day everyone, especially to you sir. For discussion, today's video is all about School of Linguistics and major branches of linguistics. By the way, I introduce myself first. I am Julanda Grano from BIELS 1B, School of Linguistics. Linguistics simply is the study of languages, but in a scientific way. Since it is the scientific study of languages, there are of course numerous schools of thoughts related to it. The following are the most well-known linguistic schools of thoughts. There are 5 schools of linguistics. Historicism. Historical linguistics is the branch of linguistics concerned with the study of phonological, grammar, and semantic changes, the reconstruction of earlier stages of languages, and the discovery and application of the methods by which genetic relationship among languages can be demonstrated. Historicism is an approach that explaining the existence of phenomena, especially social and cultural practices, including ideas and beliefs, by studying their history, that is, by studying the process by which they came about. The term is widely used in philosophy, anthropology, and sociology. And the second, functionalism. This first school of thought focused on how language is actually used in everyday life. The followers of functionalism look at language as just another tool for humans to use and thus focus on the function language and its different parts in life. The theorists of functionalism focus on phonological, semantic, syntactic, as well as the pragmatic functions of language. Functionalism is the doctrine that what makes something a thought, desire, pain, or any other type of mental state depends not on its internal constitution but solely on its function or the role it plays in the cognitive system of which it is a part. And there are third, structuralism. Structuralism is based on the work of Ferdinand de Saussure of Switzerland. Structuralism is an approach to linguistics that focuses on the idea that languages are fixed systems made up of many different units that connect with each other. This school of thoughts mark a shift from historical linguistic analysis to non-historical analysis later on. Structuralism is a mode of knowledge of nature and human life that is interested in relationship rather than individual objects. And therefore, generativism. The work of Noam Chomsky became the basis of the generativism approach to linguistics. It was originally a way to explain how humans acquired language in the first place, but soon it came to be used to explain the different phenomena that occur in all natural languages. The generative theory of languages just suggests that in its most basic form, language is made of certain rules that apply to all humans and all languages. Generativism is a linguistic theory that regards linguistics as the study of a hypothesis in its grammatical structure. And the last of school of linguistics, cognitivism. The last linguistic school of thought, that is cognitivism, emerged in the 1950s as a reaction to generativism. In basic terms, cognitivism says that language emerged from human cognitive processes. It challenges universal grammar by suggesting that grammar is not something that all humans can inherently understand, but rather it is learned by using language. In this sense, it is a bit similar for functionalism. Cognitivism is a learning theory that focuses on how information is received, organized, stored, and retrieved by the mind. And the major branches of linguistics. Applied linguistics. Applied linguistics is the branch of linguistics which deals with the practical application of the general linguistic. It causes improvement in the teaching of a second language. It brings the fruits of the language researchers to bear in the teaching the modern language a right to give importance to the practical aspect of language learning. The practice of principle is far better and benefits than the framing of rules and etc. Literary linguistics is a discipline that empowers the reader. It gives us the tools to explain why literary text affects us so powerfully, why we love some texts more than others, why we feel transported when we read literature. Literary linguistics are common form of connection in literary diseases is comparison. Metaphor and simile are the most obvious example of comparison. A metaphor is a direct comparison of two things. That the tree is a giant. For example, a simile is an indirect comparison. The tree is like a giant. Conversation analysis is an approach to the study of social interaction and talk in interaction that, although rooted in the sociological study of everyday life, has exerted significant influence across the humanities and social sciences, including linguistics. Conversational analysis is an alternance is not just viewed as a vehicle to communicate an idea but rather as a tool used by the speaker to achieve a social goal. Example of a social goal include making a compliant a request or a greetings. Dialectology is the study of dialect. Variation most commonly occurs as a result of relative geographic or social isolation and may affect vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation, accent. Dialectology is an Hindustani which encompasses two standard varieties, Urdu and Hindi. And historical linguistics, the study of how language changes over time, subsums, but the general study of language change and the history of specific languages and language families. Historical linguistics, earlier forms of Germanic language, such as German, English, and Swedish were dialects of Proto-Germanic, while earlier forms of Romance language such as Spanish, French, and Italian were dialect of Latin. Furthermore, earlier forms of Proto-Germanic and Latin are dialect of Indo-European. And the last, morphology, is the study of words and their parts. Morphemes like prefixes, suffixes, and base words are defined as the smallest meaningful units of meaning. Morphemes are important form phonics in both reading and spelling as well as in vocabulary and comprehension. Morphology is the study of how parts of words, called morpheme, create different meaning by combining with each other or standing alone. For example, if you take the morpheme cookie and add the suffix s, you create a new word, cookies, a plural form with a slightly different meaning than the singular form. That's all. Thank you.